Hello and welcome to Big Nick Big Leadership, because the world needs leaders. This will be another Mentor Minute where I go over wisdom and insight that I learned throughout the day from anywhere possible. Could be a book I read, could be a quote I saw, could be something I learned when I stubbed my toe. Either way, it will be short and sweet, but it could hit the right note for the right person at the right time. So here it goes. Today I want to talk to you about a great topic I learned from the wonderful John Maxwell, an amazing leader and author, and this is called Water versus Gasoline. We've all found ourselves in what we call conflict. I want to start by saying that conflict is a natural part of living and being human. We're not going to agree or get along with everybody all the time. Even people that we do like and get along with, we don't always see eye to eye. We have to decrease the fear around the word conflict. Conflict is not a bad word, but let's be honest, how you approach conflict and how you resolve conflict is where we can get into trouble. So if we can, let's picture conflict as a fire. Now, a fire that looks something like this, we would say is okay, right? But we would also say that this, not okay. So picture that in any conflict situation, your goal is to stop the fire from spreading and getting out of control. In order to do that, I'm going to give you two buckets. One is filled with water. The other is filled with gasoline. So let's take our first fire. If you have a fire that looks like this, which bucket is going to help you to keep the fire at this size or to decrease the fire? Obviously, the water. So now, look at me for a second. Why do you throw gasoline on there? If you know the person that you're dealing with is going to react if you say X or if you do Y, then you are just pouring gasoline on there on purpose. Now, it's probably because you want to win or you want to stay in control. You want to feel validated. It's an ego thing most of the time. But my message to you is that you're better than that. Now, water can come in many forms. It can be a softer tone. It can be using a question to diffuse the situation. It can be allowing the other person to get their feelings out and off their chest. This is a mentor minute, not a mentor seminar, so we can't go into all the options. But if you know the person and you know what the water is going to be in that situation, I suggest you use it before it gets out of hand. Now, how does this apply to leadership? Well, let's face it. The bottom line is that leaders have to make decisions. Not everyone on your team is going to like your decisions all the time. That's human nature. That's conflict. So when there's a fire, you got to have water ready. Even if you might think that you're right, every moment with your team is an opportunity to show that you're the right leader for the job. So be patient and be strong. I have a question for you right now. Do you want to be right or do you want to have peace? I know that the answer to that is very complicated because sometimes leaders have to make tough decisions, and even harder when those decisions have to be made under pressure. But the best leaders can diffuse those situations, and more than that, they know how to connect and work with their people so that even disagreements don't turn in to this. That's right. There we go. So, that's my mentor minute. Water instead of gasoline. Be the leader that you know you can be. Stay tuned for more mentor minutes. And for now, I am Big Nick, and this is Big Leadership, because the world needs leaders.